This is a building with an unusual layout in Kingston, and yes, little time. So then, buildings with straightforward layouts are just so dull, but this building more interesting because it's rather unusual with weird lifts going all over the place. Far more fun. So then, this is a 70s building, and it originally looks like it's meant to be an office building. So you've got a lower floors of this building are the car park, and the upper floors is two separate office buildings. This building is now being used as two separate hotels, which are Travelodge and Premier Inn, meaning the two arch rival hotels are in the same building. So then, along we go to the first lift, which this goes up to the car park. This lift was originally an express lift, and it's now been modernised into a stupid generic. It goes from ground floor parking 1 and parking 2 and does not go up to parking 3. Let's ride it.
Doors opening. Doors opening. Lift going down.
And now here I'm up on parking 2. Let's take a look around. It's a rather odd layout, and you've got these weird bits of doors going into the different lifts going up to the main part of the building, but you can't get into these from this floor and back to the lift. And it's drop key time. Bit drop key, and it goes round and round and round and doesn't latch. I need the long drop key. So then, we go to the next lifts, which are in the first hotel, which is Travelodge. And we go to the lifts, which is a set of two lifts, which are originally some express lifts, have now been modernised by stupid generic. Let's ride them. And here up on the top floor. And then we go to the staircase, which is a real nice old-fashioned 60s, 70s concrete staircase. Just look at this, real nice building architecture. Not all boring faces, modern day buildings. Nah, this is much better. So then we go back to the lifts, and it's 3 lifts. The 2 lifts on the right are the main lifts, and the lift on the left is the service lift, which I can't get into because it's locked off and needs a Dewhurst key. Oh wait, actually I can get in it. And there's loads of crap in this lift, and yeah, someone called it on one of the lower floors. This lift's very much in use. And now back to the main lifts. These lifts go from ground floor, do not stop at parking 1, then parking 2, parking 3, then floors 1 all the way up to the top floor. So then, where does this lift come out on parking 3 and parking 2? Let's find out. So, let's put it into independent service, and it swallows my key. I gotta get it out on independent service. Oh well, let's not put it in independent service and just hope for the best. So then, parking 3, let's go! And here I am on parking 3. I'll put the lift onto independent service so it doesn't go off while I'm exploring. The creepy closed down parking level, which the normal parking lifts don't go up to. What is on this creepy level? And it's a spooky area. Very creepy. So then, back to lift, and let's see what's on parking 2. And when I took a look at a car park from a parking lift, you can see the areas where the lifts up to the main buildings are, but you can't get into it, meaning this lift will open up in this little area. This is where the lift is. What is on parking 2? Let's find out. And here I am on parking 2. Again, put lift into independent service so it doesn't go for abandon me here. And look at this. Extremely dark and spooky. And Lord, and it's really dark. I need my torch. And there's a plant room. creepy, with a big sign saying no unauthorised people. And what is that? There's people working in the plant room. Quick, get back to the lift, get back to the lift, quick. Oh, I almost got caught. Oh, fucking hell. So then, coming out of this building, and along we go to the lifts that go down to the underground car park. Along to the first lift.
Going down. Basement, level 1. Doors opening.
So then here I'm down on parking 1, which is just a subway under the road, along to where the underground car park is. There is another lift going down to parking 2. Let's ride it.
Doors closing. Going up. Basement, level 2. Doors opening.
And along we go to the shopping centre area where this building is. And there's no lifts here, so this is a bit of a grotty, run-down shopping centre. Not grotty in an interesting grotty, sort of a dull sort of grotty, which I'm not so interested in. And along we go to the gym, which has a lift, which is generic. Grah. So then, going up to level 2. Well, let's try the key. And the key didn't really do anything.
Ground floor.
So then, back along we go to the other part of this really weird building. We can see here another big bit where the lifts are going up to the office bit, and this is clearly the main entrance when this part of the building was a set of offices. This entranceway is now abandoned, meaning these lifts going up to this hotel, which is the Premier Inn, well, it's just abandoned, these lifts, because you get into the Premier Inn round the side on a separate set of lifts. So it's really odd. So this bit here used to be the main entrance for this side of the building, it's now just abandoned. So I wonder what lifts are like in it. Maybe they're original. And now along to another modernised lift that goes up to the car park levels.
Doors closing. Doors opening.
So then this lift does not go up to parking 3, let's take a look around parking 2. And here is parking 2, and we can see the other bits where there's lifts going up to the building, and you can't actually get into these lifts from this point. Really creepy. But what about parking 3? Well, let's walk up and take a look. So then along we go round to the entrance to Premier Inn and along to the lifts, which is an interesting lift layout. And if you see a map, there's 4 lifts, but when looking around here, there's just 2 lifts, and I'll come on to why it is later. Let's ride these lifts.
Doors closing. First floor. Doors opening.
And here we can see the 4 lifts. So the 2 lifts which are the set which I've just been in, and over here another 2 lifts. Now one of these lifts is part of the set, but even though this lift does not actually go down to the ground floor, this is really weird. This 3rd lift is part of the set of the hotel lifts, despite the fact that it doesn't actually go to ground. Then the 4th lift is the service lift, which is the all new Arona. Totally awesome, but I can't call it. Oh, that's a pain, it's locked off. So then let's now ride the 3rd lift, the one that doesn't go to the ground floor.
Doors closing. Sixth floor. Doors opening. Doors closing.
And now we go to the hotel rooms. So walking all the way along this corridor right to the end of where the hotel rooms are, and along to where what used to be the main entrance to the office building is, which is now abandoned. And there's a locked door, staff only, and it is locked. I can't get to these lifts. These lifts are very likely to be original to the building. Since this used to be a main entrance, it's now abandoned. It could have an original lift in it, and I can't get there. So annoying. So then, back along to the lifts. So you've got the 4 lifts here. Once again, I can't get any Arona because it's locked off. So then you've got 3 lifts here. Let's call the lifts again. And let's get into that lift that doesn't go to the ground floor. So basically, if you're staying in a hotel here and want to get out and you call the lifts and this lift arrives, this is the one you don't want to arrive because you can't get out in this lift. It's got a Dewhurst key switch. This can't possibly be for the ground floor, can it? Where would this lift come out on the ground floor? Well, let's find out.
Floor 0. Doors opening.
And here I am in the secret part of the ground floor. So this lift and the Arona come out in a separate bit of the ground floor to the main lift. In this really spooky service area. And I can call the Arona on this floor. Yes! Let's ride the Arona.
Doors closing. Lift going up. Car park level. Doors closing. Doors closing. Doors closing. Doors closing. Car park. Doors closing. Lift going up. Sixth floor. Ground floor. Doors closing. Doors closing. Doors closing.
So then it was at this point I went back up to parking 2 to take another look at the spooky abandoned area it lifts open out into. So there's like this little sort of creepy area, completely abandoned. You can't get out to a main car park here, so it's just a little area the lifts open out into and no one ever goes here now. And when I was doing this, something happened which you really do not want to happen when doing this sort of thing. The Arona shut his doors and went off and abandoned me. And I could not call the Arona back on this floor. I am trapped here. The 3 main lifts don't come here. The floor's been completely removed out of their logic. So as far as they're concerned, they just go from ground straight up to 1. And the doors out to the actual car park are bolted shut. You can't get out there. So I am trapped. What about the main door to the main staircase? And open up these doors, and beyond that, the doors to the staircase are locked, and there's no twiddly bit to open the door on this side. There's a keyhole both sides of this door, so I cannot open it. I am trapped. So, how can I get out of here? The Arona's just gone off, I can't call it back, and someone else must be using it or something. And the 3 main lifts here don't have this flaw in their logic. The only thing I can think of is to try and open up one of the main lifts just as the lift goes past, which is extremely risky and very hard to do. But since this floor's not even in logic, can I even open the doors here? Would it even break the safety opening the doors here? I do not know. But to try and break the safety at the right point to jump on top of the lift as it goes past, this is crazy. But there is another way. Now look at these doors, the main doors out to the staircase. They are locked shut. I can't get out, it's locked with a key. But the 2 doors are locked into each other. Now this is not secure. Well, the right hand door is bolted down to the ground, so release that bolt. Now the lock's just locking the doors into each other, so that's not secure because the doors can move. So give the door a big kick and I force my way out of here. That was scary.